What is up, everybody? Rod J back again, and today I take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video, and this is going to be actually one from out of Brussels. So this is from Brasserie de la Senne. It is the Bruxellensis. Here is a look at the bottle. This will be another big bottle of 25.4 ounces. Trying to get all these cleared out of the cellar. 6.5% ABV. It is a Brett Pale Ale. Cannot say I've had that style before, so this will be kind of an interesting play. On the bottle, it also says local Brett beer. Not really too much more on the label outside of that. There is a date on there, but the date is kind of off on the part where it's actually a little torn, but nothing else really on the bottle outside of the one label. So let's go ahead and check out this beer from Brussels. Woo! Big pop, big smoke, and we got the beer coming up. That was a huge pop. I don't know if you guys heard that came through the mic or not. I have to check that on the replay. But the carbonation was definitely impacted. You can see here on the beer itself, got a big old head that came out. That's pretty much an eggshell type white color. Beer itself is a orange hue, darker type orange color there, and see how much the head actually dissolves. You do have some good bubble sizes in there on the head, so head looks decent enough. Big whiff of the Brett comes right through. Get that smell of the wild yeast. Got an earthiness to the tone. There is that tartness on the back end as well. A little bit of that funkiness that you usually get with some of the Brett style beers too. So that's what we're looking at. Let's get a little bit more into the glass here, and that actually brings up more of the head. So we're looking at some high carbonation. I'm not foaming this off. Taste wise, high foam, high carbonation, big feel of the yeast. Really gets into the throat area. You got acidity in play. You get a lingering amount of the flavor of the beer. Kind of hangs out there. You do feel the pale ale part of it coming through, in that you have a little bit of that underneath flavor of it being the pale ale. Get a little bit of that hoppiness into the taste. A little bit of a earthy type hop. Maybe a slight pine. Yeah, a little bit of a slight pininess in there. It's got kind of that effervescent champagne type feel to it with the carbonation. It does leave a lingering effect of the flavors after the swallow, so that's not too bad in itself. Not really too dry or anything along those lines. You can see here the foam's coming down a little bit more. Got a little bit of that beer showing, but even then, the carbonation is still kicking it up some. Pours out really heady when you try to get it out of the bottle again, as you can see. So definitely a highly carbonated beer. But that funkiness, that nose, definitely, there's no missing that. This is definitely a Brett beer. Interesting. An interesting one from Brussels. I think this might be the first time I've had one from Brussels, but this is, again, the Bruxellensis. Don't know much about the brewery, Brasserie de la Senne, but interesting. And I think this one might have been one in one of the beer clubs I was in, or I picked it up at some store because it caught my eye. But interesting to try a Brett Pale Ale. If you've had this or anything like this, let me know what you think of it. If this is kind of maybe something you would actually enjoy, if you're a big Brett fan. But one for definitely an acquired palate and taste, I would say. But it's nice to get out here and experiment. Not hating it, but definitely not one of the styles I would actually go to. Thanks for checking out this video. I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time to get your beer on. And to see another video, make sure you hit the end screen coming up next. That being said, cheers, and I'll see you next time.